A good breeding soundness exam, you want to evaluate the general physical condition of the bull. Again, a bull's got to be able to stand, bear his weight on his hind legs, so we want to look especially for hock lesions, stuff. Any crippling, any lameness problems that bull might have is going to affect his ability to breed. If he's had issues with foot rot, any infectious disease, that would tend to make him have a increase in body temperature. Temperature can certainly affect semen production, so any physical condition he had could affect his ability to deliver the semen. In other words, if he can't deliver the semen to the cow, if he can't stand on his hind legs, he's not going to be able to deliver it. If he's had temperature, some other issues, then possibly he's not delivering good semen. Okay, so we want to evaluate the reproductive tract of the bull. So basically we want to do a good rectal, we want to feel the accessory sex glands, we want to feel the seminal vesicles, we want to feel the ampulla, we want to feel the ampulla is kind of where the semen is stored just before it's dumped into the urethra. We want to examine his prostrate, just do a good examination there. Then we want to evaluate the semen of the bull. Again, we always have to remember we're just testing to show that the bull has the semen, that he doesn't appear to have any other issues, illness, any other problems, but we do not, that doesn't still say that he can or will deliver that semen. Does he have good libido? You know, and the producer's going to have to make sure that he sees this bull actually serving some cows. That's very important. Okay, so what the BSE does not do, and this is very important, it does not identify bulls with low libido. A bull can pass a breeding soundness exam, have excellent semen, all the glands feel normal, structurally he's good, he just doesn't breed cows, he just doesn't have the desire to breed cows. The other thing a breeding soundness exam does not do is rank bulls. In other words, the minimum passing score for morphology is 70%. A bull that ranks 70% is no different from a bull that ranks 80% or 90%. And basically what you're looking at is just a threshold. So once a bull has semen that his threshold is 70% normal, then statistically he's no better off than a bull that would be 80% or 90%. And you might test that bull and they might vary. Of course, they're going to vary somewhat, maybe a little bit from individual tests. The reason that's important, a lot of times people try to use those numbers to rank bulls in sale order, stuff like that. People are always wanting you to move that number up just a little bit so he could get a little better position in the sale order. So again, want to really stress that. A bull that passes at 70 is basically just as good. He's going to perform just as well as a bull that passes at 80 as far as morphology. Again, that just because he passes a breeding soundness examination, we cannot guarantee that that bull will sire calves. Again, he might not have the desire to breed cows. Okay? Factors affecting a breeding soundness examination: the time of the year. So in West Texas, it's hot. If it's in August, you typically have very hot days, August, early September. That's probably one of the worst time of the year to do breeding soundness examinations and really be able to get accurate results, because you're going to find a lot of, especially in a hot year, you'll find a lot of bulls that would normally be fertile, and they will be fertile in breeding season, usually if they're breeding on in the spring, but they're going to fail a breeding soundness examination then. Heat is going to really affect sperm production, and that's the reason the testicles, of course, are lower in the body so that they can regulate heat better. Stressors, okay, so if you have an animal that's nutritionally stressed or any other stressors for that, a lot of foot rot, other conditions, that's going to usually affect body temperature, but can affect other stressor effects are going to affect fertility. Body condition score, usually a bull that's in poor body condition score, he's got nutritional problems, he's not going to have as, that can affect fertility, or what we're finding on the breeding soundness exam. And again, can't stress enough, check for structural soundness, because even though he's got good sperm, can he deliver that sperm? If if he's crippled, if his back's hurting him, whatever, he's got to be able to put his weight on his hind legs, and many times people kind of forget that. Okay, body condition, beef bulls, we want them on a 1 to 9. We want them between a 5 and a 7. We don't want a real fat bull, but we certainly want a bull to be at least a body condition score 5, and preferably a 6.